as well. So, but it was a good result. Ravens 28-6 in Miami at the Rock, as it's affectionately called, Hard Rock Stadium in gorgeous Miami, Florida. And it was a gorgeous night for the Ravens because this was never in doubt. This one was never in doubt. I mean, there was no point in this game where I looked at it and I was like, well, the Ravens are in trouble. Or this was never a thing. The only thing really, it was a 3-and-out early in this. That was it. Otherwise, it was just dominant stuff by the Ravens all night in this one. So definitely keep that in mind for the Ravens. Definitely was outstanding in this football game. So let's go ahead and check it out here. What's going on? What's going on with the Twitter? One second, get the Twitter squared away here. One more second. Management appreciates your cooperation. There was a lot of games this week. October was very busy. Outstanding World Series. That was. So that was fantastic stuff there. So definitely check that out as well. And of course, we had the wrong answer at the City Poly game this week. That was absolutely the wrong answer there. All right, now we're going to get some people to watch. All right, so definitely Lamar in this football game. Lamar was really good considering the circumstances. It was a good period. I think he had 4 TDs. I think he'd like to have done more. You could tell in the first series he hadn't played in a while. He really hadn't practiced. I mean, really in weeks, they call them practices, but they're basically all week. They're basically like walkthroughs. So guys didn't really – this week was the first time in a long time he really practiced. I think that went into the decision to play him on Thursday and not Sunday because he didn't really have to practice until this week. They kind of had a mini bye. I think that went into the thinking, even though he played and was productive. So 4 TDs for Lamar. Definitely outstanding stuff for Lamar. Definitely. We'll talk about that game here as well. Derrick Henry. It's a little misleading because I think some of it was already in doubt, but good stuff from Henry. Henry's rebounded. Not what we saw last year as far as productivity from Derrick Henry. But he's definitely rebounded from the slow start. I think like the fumbles and everything like that, it's looking like Derrick Henry. I think like not too worried about what we're getting from Derrick Henry. Whenever he carries the ball, they win. Period. Whenever he carries the ball, they absolutely win. Zay Flowers, clearly the best receiver. I was raving about Zay Flowers after this game. Zay is really maturing, his maturation as a receiver. I can just see it, him reading the coverages now. I can see him get into short areas, knowing where the sticks are. He did that 2 or 3 times. Guy's going to hit him. He's going to go down. Doing things now that he wasn't doing as a young player. I mean, he's always had that great speed, still has that great speed. But you see him really now, the mental part of it as a receiver, really starting to grow up as a receiver. And the Roquan Smith we've seen in the last 2 weeks is the Roquan Smith they're paying the $20 million for. That was fantastic stuff from him. The linebacking core is really improved. Trent Simpson has really come on, and along with Teddy Buchanan. Teddy Buchanan, I think, may become their leading tackler simply because Roquan missed so many games. But Roquan's great. This is whatever was wrong with him early in the year. It really looks like to straighten out. That definitely the last few weeks looks like the Roquan that we need to see as well. Tua Tagovailoa. There's some Russell Wilson, I think, that's going on with Tua. There's a bit. The piling on is a bit much to me with Tua. That's kind of the way I see it. But he wasn't good. He wasn't good. Some of it's deserved. I mean, you don't play well. This is what you get. I mean, as far as that goes, interceptions. I saw kind of describe it as kind of empty calories. A lot of the 261 was garbage time. He doesn't do well off schedule. That's what's wrong, and I think that's his ultimate problem. He has injury issues, so you got to protect him. He doesn't do well off schedule. The leadership and all that, I don't know about that. I mean, definitely, I don't have people had so much problem with the Tua press conference. He was calling guys out. It depends. Aaron Rodgers does it all the time. Nobody complains, so I don't have that big of a problem with that. Achan, I thought it was Achan. I think he's definitely underutilized. 14 carries, 67 yards for the Dolphins. He's definitely been pretty good. Wasn't enough. I think like he's still underutilized. I think like they keep thinking Tyreek Hill is still here the way they play, and that doesn't work. Jalen Waddle's still really good. Six receptions, 82 yards. He's really all they got. The rest of the receivers really haven't developed for them. Ravens took full advantage of it in this one. Definitely that happened. Funny enough, this guy, who's no longer a Dolphin, was, I thought, their best performer. 1 sack. He's been traded to Philadelphia as well. So definitely for a third-round pick. That's why he was one of the better pass rushers available. I thought in that game he was the best one I thought that they had, but he's gone. I mean, because the team isn't going anywhere. So that is what happens. Real quick, trade letdown, since you brought it up. Ravens did make a move. Demont Jones from Tennessee is now Baltimore Raven. So they did go ahead and pick up an edge rush as well. Decent player. I don't think he's best that I can tell looking at his whole career. He's doing well this year, but decent player. They didn't really give up much as well. Traded out Zaire Alexander. Interesting. I don't know exactly what happened with Jair. It really is a mystery. He really didn't play. He played in one game, didn't play well, obviously, in that game, and really never got another shot to be on the field. We're going to find out when he goes to Philly, where he's definitely going to play. It's funny, his first game is going to be against Green Bay, of all teams, that if he has anything left, because I don't think he got much of a shot. I find it strange because he was so good in camp. I mean, I really was reporting that this guy is really the star of camp every day. We're getting Jair Alexander. So whatever happened injury-wise with him really must have turned off the coaches or et cetera, or really fell him down to Egypt where they didn't feel they could put him back on the field. Because he was healthy. Whatever it was. He wasn't on the injury report anymore. It was just healthy scratch. So, but 28-6, Ravens actually get the win in this game. Oh, Chris Greer was also fired immediately after the game as well. This is what happens when you're 2-6. So definitely like that. Ravens avoided this week. And this week, they're going to one of the coldest places in the whole U.S., Minnesota. It's still somewhat early for the cold weather, but you're playing inside. I think maybe it's either this SoFi or Jerry's World, the coolest stadium in the league, Minnesota Vikings. Vikings, 4-4 after their surprising win against the Detroit Lions on Sunday as well. Ravens, I'm seeing a lot of stuff talking like the Ravens are out of the woods. No, you're not. You're not out of there yet. Good 2 wins in a row, but they dug a big hole for themselves. They're going to have to win these next 2 games at least to get to 500, preferably 3 or 4 more wins in a row to actually go ahead and start talking playoffs and all that other stuff as well. Because you dug a hole for yourself now. You can't 6 or 7 losses is about all you get. You already have 5. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. Lamar is definitely back. Injury report was totally clean today. I was looking for it. I was like, what's wrong? It was like they was all practicing in full. There wasn't any names on the injury report at all. You rarely see that in this time of year as well, with double-digit weeks in the season. So that's absolutely great. Phillips. 14 TDs, 1. Lamar is Lamar. Lamar's fantastic. We know that. Derrick Henry's coming back around. I think you're going to see a steady dose of him in this game. I do think that is going to be the strategy more in the last game as well. See a lot more big personnel. They did deactivate Deontay Walker. You saw a lot of 3 tight ends, a lot of big personnel, passes to Andrews, Kolar. See if they continue that as well, that formula. That's been working for a while. Zay Flowers, we just talked about how good Zay Flowers has been as well. I do say the tight ends actually showed up the last game. Mark Andrews with two touchdowns. Isaiah Likely, best game of the year for him. Really, really stepping up. I think Likely's going to be the guy they're going to in the future as well. Bateman, I saw an article really about Bateman, kind of worried about him. I'm not worried about him. I mean, he's just not getting the targets. He is lower on the totem pole. So I think Bateman's actually been fine. I think like the targets he's been getting, he's not going to get as many targets as well. Kyle Hamilton was all over the field. He really wasn't playing safety in this last game. You can call him whichever you want. He was playing a lot of nickel, playing a lot of outside linebacker, playing a lot of inside, a lot of pass rush. So what they've decided to do is had Gilman place him back at the traditional safety with Malachi Starks, and we're just going to Swiss Army knife Kyle Hamilton. Love it, because this is what he does best. I think like when he's able to use him in different areas all over the field, that's the best you can do with a Kyle Hamilton as well. Really looking like a Pro Bowler in that last game. Fantastic stuff for him. J.J. McCarthy. Goofy looking stat line. 400. I didn't make that up. 444 yards, 4 TDs, 4 interceptions. I've kind of been on record thinking that this guy isn't the guy to be a really good quarterback in the NFL. This is kind of what I saw with him in Michigan. Flashes, good at times, good and a half, but I don't know. It depends. I will say this. It depends on what guy's showing up. I would doubt seriously he's going to have a lot of success against the Ravens defense the way it's looked lately. Jordan Mason has been the leading rusher. Aaron Jones came back, got most of the carries in the game last week, but he got hurt again, it looked like, as well. So I'm not sure what his status is, Aaron Jones. I suspect either way, you're going to see a lot of Jordan Mason in this game as well. So definitely check that out. I'm checking out Aaron Jones' status now. Yeah, he did not practice on Wednesday, so I didn't think he played, but I wasn't totally sure yet with him. Justin Jefferson, he's a monster regardless of who the quarterback is. That's a Hall of Fame level player. When you're a receiver and you're dominant, it doesn't matter who it is under center. That's a monster. Andrew Van Ginkel, I hope I'm saying his name right, had 2 sacks, not sacks as well. Their pass rush is decent enough in Minnesota. Minnesota is a decent enough team with a quarterback. They're 4-4. They actually won a game last week against a very, very good Detroit Lions team on the road. So if they can actually get some points, this might be a bit of a game. I don't think McCarthy's going to do well against the Ravens here as well. Rashard Bateman, some people are calling for it. I got no big problem, but I think maybe it is the time to go ahead and key it more on Bateman as well. He's not going to get the carries, the catches in the long run, but I think maybe you can kind of decoy him. You're seeing Keaton Mitchell more as well, so maybe we'll see more Bateman in this game. Look, they got rid of Zaire Alexander because they were happy with Nate Wiggins. I thought Nate Wiggins is playing man-to-man on the outside. He's been their guy a lot. So they've been very pressed. Good stuff we're seeing from Nate Wiggins as well. He's cut down on the penalties as well. Like he was getting a lot of penalties as a rookie. He's not getting nearly as many of that. He definitely looks more fundamentally sound. He's got tremendous speed. We know that. I mean, he's definitely got tremendous speed as well. So no Kevin Zeitler back on the team. No Calais. 1:00 Sunday on Fox at US Bank Stadium. I like our chances against Minnesota. I don't think McCarthy's going to do much. I think Kyle Hamilton's going to have a lot of fun with JJ McCarthy in this game. There you go. All right. So Ravens definitely But I'm seeing a lot of, well, we're out of the woods and not so fast. You still need to go ahead and be successful this week. Also, one other thing before I go to the Big Five. A lot of Eric DeCosta negative. I see that. I'm going to agree with that with the EDC negative stuff. Look, this guy did not get rid of picks. This is why I've been saying Calais Campbell and Zeitler. Why? Because it's not that expensive. Like, this guy's not going to give up. That's the biggest difference I see with him and Ozzie Newsome. Where Ozzie, if it was a vet that he really wanted, he would go get that first, second round pick, give it up. Or like you saw the trade for Sauce Gardner, the Colts did. You saw the trade for Quentin Williams, the Cowboys. He might do something like that, where Eric is not going to. Eric is not going to do that unless he can, flee somebody, get a third round, fourth round, whatever. So I think that might cost him because you definitely have a need at offensive line that you're not addressing. And I think the cost is always too high, it seems like, for DeCosta and all that, etc. So, all right. Big Five.